All right. Good morning, gang. Dan here with tradingology.com's trading room for October. We're in October now, October 5th. Get the ball rolling. Took a little time last week. We'll see what's going on here lately in the world. Good morning, everybody. Good to see you guys.
Hey, good morning, Dan.
Good morning, Dave. How are you, sir?
Doing well.
All right. Long time no see.
I know. I missed the trading room last week. Hope you were successful in your endeavors.
It's funny how you make plans and then you have to be able to adjust the plans. So I had a bunch of things planned and then other things came along. So it's been a busy last month and definitely a busy last week where I know you know a couple things where we had 2 weddings in our family. So happy to do that this weekend again. And also last weekend, I became a grandfather again.
Congrats.
So it's been busy. Thank you.
Wow. Yeah, that is busy. 2 weddings, another grandchild. And yeah, that'll keep you busy. That's for sure.
Yeah. So just another chapter in the book of never a dull moment.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Thank you, Greg. Appreciate it. Good morning, Andre. Good morning, Greg.
Good morning, Andre. Yeah. So yeah, to say you've been busy is an understatement.
Apparently the market's busy too.
Yeah, we got a little bit of movement here today. I mean, we had a kind of a sell-off when everybody thought that, well, not everybody thought, it was a fact that the president came down with the pandemic, and we don't really know how he's responding to treatments that they gave him over the weekend, but the market seems to feel positive about it.
Yeah, it looked like Friday it wasn't too happy about it, but then it thought about it, and last night it was like, yeah, we're okay with this.
Right. So we'll see. We'll see if this is just a knee-jerk reaction to, his video that he put out, and the fact that he wanted to get back to his office, but he doesn't have the final say in that either. Somebody more important than him is going to make that statement.
Yeah, I was wondering, how long would it take, and what's it going to be until Penn starts doing stuff? And I know he's busy on the trail traveling, and he's not happy about that. I was reading some of the newspapers yesterday that he's heading out to Arizona, I think it is. He's like, great, now I get to hop on planes and do things and get in front of people and get worried about getting infected. So yeah, it's interesting between what's going on with all that. Like we say, right? Usually the market's built into it. Somehow it's foreseen and it knows. It's usually 6 months ahead of time. But we've seen that I saw in some reports as I was getting caught back up was, that they're more reactive than they used to be versus forward looking. And as we see that, we see a bunch of little spikes happening here. So yeah, anybody that's long is enjoying it right now.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. So there's, so Pence, I mean, that's his job, I guess, but.
Yep, exactly.
He's complaining. But yeah, so interesting stuff. I do have one piece of news today, though. It's kind of interesting. I don't know if you saw it or not, but last week, I think it was on Friday, or not last Friday, but the Friday before last, the SEC came out and approved STOs in the United States for trading.
I did not see that.
On exchanges, yeah. Kind of interesting. I'm trying to find the news announcement, but I'm not coming up with it. There was something that was made. It was an announcement, I believe, a week ago Friday. If anybody knows or heard that before, and they have the article, bring it up. Maybe if I go over to CNBC, they have something on it. CNBC is really bad at covering crypto-related stuff, though.
Yeah, I just see a couple definitions looking quick. What's an STO? Secure token offering. See if I see any recent news articles. You thought it was maybe a couple weeks ago, a couple Fridays ago, so right around 25th, give or take.
Yeah, someplace around there.
All right, if I see anything pop up, I'll definitely jump it in here.
Well, I have proof that they are actually being traded now on the OTC market. Take a look at this. That is a STO security token cap marketplace. And they list the security tokens that are now trading on the OTC market. And the first one is kind of interesting because it's Overstock. Overstock Preferred has, Overstock has their regular stock, but then they have a preferred version of the stock, and it's now a tokenized asset, an STO that is trading on an exchange. If you go into an open window on Thinkorswim, you can put in OSTKO, and it is trading. So now you can trade. And the next one, in fact, I did a search on almost all of them. I think I did the top 4, and they were all trading on the exchange. You can buy them over the counter.
Wow.
I know. And it looks like Overstock Preferred has started trading around June 18th. So, or I don't know, maybe that's, they backdated it to see the trading history or not, but probably not. I think it started trading then. I mean, volume though is thin. Holy cow. Really thin.
Yeah, I see it's pretty, what am I on here? I'm on 1 hour. Quite the range even for this morning's opening, it looks like.
Yeah, the Overstock Preferred there has a little bit more volume than the other ones. The other ones are really super thin. But I'm trying to figure out exactly what a security token is when it trades on the OTC market. What are you actually buying? I'm not really sure. I guess it's a security token, but does it give you right to the tokens or what? And not only that, but it's a preferred stock. I don't know. It's a very interesting model. I haven't seen it before, but it is trading. And the other one is the TZero token. Now, TZero, I thought, was a digital asset. But if you go to TZROP, which is the ticker symbol, it says an equity token, Series A. I'm not quite sure what that is exactly.
And that's the lower value when they're on 7 right now.
Yeah, it's very, very odd. I just don't, I'm not quite sure what you buy or what you're getting when you actually trade these on the OTC market. I don't know what the listing, I have to do a little more research to find out what the listing criteria is and what you actually, I mean, if any rights that you have to either is there a dividend? Is there some other beneficial reason for owning these? I have no idea yet. But they're STOs, security token offerings, tokenized offerings. So very, very interesting stuff. I'm going to keep an eye on it.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely do some checking on there too to see what I can learn about it.
Yeah.
I didn't see anything about that. Who else we gotta get out of my way?
Aspen coin is the digitization of the St. Regis Hotel in Aspen.
Really?
Yeah. So they're tokenizing real estate, and they're creating these STOs to trade. I don't think I brought up ASPD on. I tried to bring up blockchain capital. It said B cap, but it wasn't at $3.49. It was like sub penny. So I'm not sure if that's exactly right. But blockchain capital, I think my history is correct, I'm not even going to say it because I can't remember. Oh, there it is. Okay. Yeah. One of the oldest and most active venture investors in the blockchain industry.
Under
For some, yeah, for some reason, I think they have to do with like investing in the actual shares of startup companies in the blockchain space.
So what does old stock tell us? Driven, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, dividend former shares of preferred one stock. Yeah, I'll have to do some. They got it right here too, so we can jump right to it to learn about it.
Yeah, you're getting the preferred stock with a dividend, which is interesting. And not only that, and it's a security token offering, but you're also, what's interesting is the regular, the Class C overstock stock is trading at like $90. So you're getting the preferred at a $30 discount.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Digitally enhanced references the technology. Yep. You can open the brokerage account, or you can do broker dealer approved. Yeah.
Dividend rights. What does that say? Dividend rights preferred B ranked senior to the common stock. Accumulated cash dividend 1%. Interesting. Yeah, so this is like brand new stuff. I mean, this is like just within the last couple of weeks and months. Going back to June, it's amazing.
I will definitely be doing more look into that. The first 8. Be curious to see how fast this list grows.
Yeah, definitely. One of those, I think it was the 22 one. I'm not sure what the BC Investments. Huh. I think it was the 22 fund is our Silicon Valley startups. Yeah,
30 of them, yeah.
30 Silicon Valley startups in an accelerator program. So, hey, I mean, definitely not financial advice because this looks extremely high risk to me. But, if just one of those things takes off.
And look at this, the accepted forms of offerings, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the US dollar.
Well, that's the pre-sale. So TZero actually did it on Ethereum blockchain, and they offered these at 85 cents to 90 cents each in a pre-sale going back to 2018. It just started trading now that STOs are legal in the United States. It just started trading on the exchange. 22X though is kind of a strange. I haven't looked that one up, so I don't know if it's trading or not.
Ticker on that. Yeah, it doesn't look like 22X itself is a symbol.
Yeah. So there might be, I'm not sure exactly what the listing criteria would be. I guess we'd have to do a little bit more research on that. Maybe the exchanges, it's not over the counter yet.
All right, yep, I won't go digging too far. Okay.
Yeah, they got a broken link for the video.
Oh.
So yeah, so this is really, really high. I would term this to be nosebleed risk. Literally
lottery ticket. If you buy a Powerball, you can use your Powerball money for this.
Yeah, exactly. It's not something I would trade.
But good to learn about, yeah.
Yeah, something to keep an eye on in the future. Hope everybody had a nice weekend. Weather kind of sucked around here, but that's okay. The weather was good for the wedding.
It was actually outside. The weather cooperated. It was fantastic. We had some rain in the area. There was a couple drops that happened, but it stayed away. It was a little chilly though. So we've been turning furnaces on around here. We've been flirting with freezing, so sprinkler systems are getting blown out. as in all things, we got a chance of 70 or 80 before the weekend.
Of course.
So don't worry just yet.
That's good. At least I know it's coming my way.
Yep. The roller coaster is coming.
I just ordered a paint eater. So it's an electric wheel that you can change the discs on that eats paint to do outside work and inside work, I guess.
Nice.
Yeah, just do a little painting before the end of the year. Hopefully I'll have if that good weather stays.
Yeah, beat the snow flying.
Yeah. So I don't know. As far as the markets go, I think we've got. It seems like everything is on hold. I was watching the cryptocurrency markets this weekend, and we were down a little bit on Saturday. Then XLM and XRP kind of jumped pretty sharply on Sunday. I'm not sure what the reason for that was on Sunday morning. And it's still up. XRP went from like 22, 23 cents up to 25, and it's hovering over 25 now. Not sure exactly why, but it did kind of lead the market. Now we've got a few cryptocurrencies that are going higher. But the overall market caps are just kind of muted, very muted. Bitcoin really hasn't, it moved a couple $100. It's over 10.7 now. But it seems like they're all on a holding pattern. And even though the stock market is up today, it feels more like a holding pattern than something like really driving it here. And so I'm kind of skeptical about the way we had a lot of volatility on Friday and Thursday last week, and we've had quite a bit of volatility, for the past week. This might be just like a, kind of the eye of the storm kind of thing. So
yeah, and as we get closer, we're just 31 days now from the election day.
Yeah.
So one of those, we might want to take a little pause and just be careful. I know we're mentioning to some of our members inside the channels is if you're learning a system right now, just paper trade it through the election, because there might be some distorted moves, and be cautious of that, or at least be cognizant of that, and understand what you're trading in your time frames.
Absolutely, because we could see some volatility coming at any time. You may not see the headline for an hour or two after the volatility starts, because people who are guys on Wall Street, the bond desks, and those guys are plugged in, and they're going to get the information first. They're going to start trading it. But if anything should happen to the president, then there's definitely some volatility ahead of us, and with the election as well, as you said. You got those two factors. It could get crazy.
Right. So better safe than sorry. So unless you do short-term stuff, don't do longer-term things unless you understand it and it's not, within your risk profiles, I would say is always the biggest thing, as always, but now more than ever.
Absolutely. Yeah, internals look pretty positive. They opened up about 70 or so today. Now that we're up over the 80 mark there.
Yeah, it took a little down move, but then they always stayed positive. These guys, a little bit of separation we see in volume again. So
yeah,
we'll most likely see some pullbacks there as that readdresses itself.
And remember, intraday reversals, complete reversals, are extremely rare. So once we get some bullish movement on the market like we did this morning, chances are we'll get pullbacks and pullbacks and advances. But generally, intraday reversals are extremely rare. I don't think I've seen more than maybe a handful over the last 5 years. So we'll probably end up on a positive note unless we get some news during the day. That's the big risk here, is some sort of news event.
Andre's asking, is MES okay? Andre, I'm assuming you're referring to the strategy that we put together in that MES masterclass. So yeah, that's one of the ones that you can still leverage because it's quick in and out, where you're short-term based. Whereas today we established some levels based on overnight trading. We can see it definitely would have went through shortly after the open. So yeah, you'd have had a nice trade here between 3370-ish. I didn't look at the exact volume, and 3380, nice 10-point trade on the ES. So yeah, absolutely, you can still do that. I would say that one's still viable, and that absolutely works great in high volatility. That's when you get your easy 5, 10, 15 point move. Sometimes you're in and out. When it's lower volatility, it's a little bit less. VXX, I'm personally paper trading right now. I think Dave's doing the same thing, whereas we're taking a little pause for the next couple of weeks on the VXX. So if you haven't traded it real money yet, I would trade a paper trade just so you see how it reacts, but don't put it in your real account until after the election.
Yeah, we saw a crazy move higher Thursday, going from about 24 up to 26. So a good 2-point move on the VXX. It's pulled back a little bit now. But for some reason, even though the market continues to go higher, we're up, 300 points today, 367 on OIM, VXX really isn't declining to the levels that I would have anticipated by now. Since the March low to now, I would have anticipated that the VXX would have gone below 20 for sure. But we seem to be hitting a kind of a floor around 24 or so. And it hasn't really, hasn't broken down below that. Now it might, but, we'll have to kind of see, but I'm wondering if that's the new floor in volatility.
Yeah, that might be more over here past that 11-6 magic day.
Yeah, exactly.
So good questions. Appreciate you reaching out, Andre. I'm sure if all of you guys, if anyone's got a question, 10 other people do. So keep asking, and absolutely we'll let you know what we're doing. That's what we just do, right? What's working for us and what we're doing. Not advice to you, as you guys all know, but just to reiterate for anybody new that's watching, is we just talk about what's working for us and what we do.
Yeah, we're just going to hold off on the VXX trades until after the election. Yeah, just too much volatility risk. That's all.
That is correct, Andre. Just paper trade it.
Yep.
Which is a good time to learn it for anyone that's just getting access to it. Good, 4 or 5 weeks of just the mechanics of it and how you look at it is perfect training.
Absolutely.
And we will be back this week, barring a catastrophic event as well, or anything crazy that happens around here, which is always possible.
Definitely.
Last thing I looked at was, I know you're always watching too, Dave, is the dollar index.
Yes.
I can pull that over quick too, if I find my screen for it. There it is.
Yeah, pullback definitely on the daily chart here. We started a little bit, looked like a little bit of a bottom a few weeks ago, right around the 92, 91, 98 level or so, right in there. Made a sharp move higher, got a little bit of a pullback, and something to put on your calendar. Once a month, the Treasury puts out 30-year bond auctions. 30-year bond auctions about once a month. And this week it's on Thursday, the 8th. So I'm going to be paying attention to that, because the QE that the Fed is doing is primarily on the long end of the curve now. They're doing the 20s and 30s. So Thursday is the day for the auction for the 30s.
Interesting you mentioned calendar too. I was going to see it was on there. This has got to be the minimalist calendar I've ever seen on here. This week has 4 events.
Oh, wow. Wow.
That's very interesting.
FOMC
speaking again tomorrow.
Yeah, FOMC Wednesday, and yeah, Powell speaks Tuesday. That's interesting.
Wow.
Where's he speaking? Does it say?
Let's see if it tells us.
Not Congress again. No.
At the National Association of Business Economics annual meeting via satellite.
Yeah.
So from his den, that's where he's speaking from.
Have you watched him a lot when he gives a speech like that?
I have not.
Either in front of Congress or he's so placid. I mean, he's just like, he's like, oh yeah, just matter of fact, oh, okay, this is what's going on here. And like, he doesn't want to raise anyone's emotional level when he speaks. I mean, he's as deadpan as can possibly be. He never cracks a smile. He talks like, not like a robot, but I mean, like, just matter of factly. Well, this is the situation, guys.
Right.
Yeah, no big deal. We can handle it. So he tries to project confidence, I guess.
Through
because-
monotone.
Yeah, through a monotone. No smiles, unless somebody mentions, like, I remember one time somebody asked him about, I forgot where his hometown is, but something about sports in his hometown. He cracked a little crack in the corner of his mouth.
There's a chink in the armor.
A little bit. That's his kryptonite weakness.
All right, gentlemen and ladies, that might be a wrap for the first one in October. So thanks for joining us. I think we'll have a few more announcements for you this week as we get them rolled out, but be safe out there, trade wise, and we'll catch you on Tuesday.
Absolutely. Don't forget, October is traditionally a very volatile month either. Anyway, so we've got many things to watch out for as far as volatility goes.
Appreciate it, Greg. Thank you.
Yep. Mark Twain said that October was a really bad time to trade stocks. He said the other months are January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, November, and December.
Oh, too funny.
All right, guys, have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. See you
Take it
then.
easy, everyone.